Hello, welcome to Rome, Total War, Egypt, Part 11. Jim here, Sexy Battles. Okay, here we go. Some more diplomatic stuff here today. Okay, this army is kind of threatening me a bit, so I'm going to see what I can do about it. Diplomatically, that is. And we'll see if we can bribe them off here. A bit expensive, so we're going to try to kill the leader and see what that does. Okay, we absolutely knocked out the leader there, that's good. And let's see what it costs now to bribe this army. Okay. And what do we have? Much better. Much better. Okay, that was nice. So we got rid of this army here, which was kind of threatening me a bit. Since I moved my Egyptian force farther to the west there, exposing my flank, I needed to get rid of those guys. And down here there's a couple more Numidian cities right around here, and another one to the south. We'll deal with those a little bit later. Okay, over here, on the extreme eastern front, we have a little bit of activity with Partha and Armenia up north. There was an army over here, and it seems to have disappeared. I don't know where the heck it went. It wasn't a very big army, but it was something, a few units. I don't see them anywhere, so I'm going to have to keep track of what happened. Maybe they were disbanded. They might have moved up north through that pass there. Okay, over here, an Armenian army. We're just taking a look around. We bought a myriad of enemy diplomats. They make great scouts, and instead of trying to produce them and ship them all over the place, simply just use one of your diplomats to bribe one of theirs. Then you have 2, and then 4, and so on and so forth. And like I said, we're just taking a look up here, keeping track of what Armenia is up to. And back over here on the Greek frontier, we've managed to slip a naval unit over here, and we're going to move our main cavalry army over into Greece. Well, onto the peninsula anyway. And we're going to go ahead and reinforce them with some cavalry from this troop. And up north we have a general we're also going to reinforce this unit with too. We'll do that in a little while. He's right there. We'll use this general in that unit to reinforce the cavalry army, which I intend to march over toward Rome right through Greece. And unlike other guys who maneuver cavalry around, I'm not worried about hoplites and spearmen. There's ways to deal with them, even with just a pure cavalry army. Anyway, we'll get around to that later. Bravado. Okay, how about all these diplomats here? Almost all of them are Greek diplomats, which I purchased earlier. And now I'm using them to probe Greece. And here's an enemy Roman army. They're not the enemy yet, but they will be soon. This guy doesn't have any leader here, so I could go ahead and bribe that army off if I wanted to. I have some kind of a theory about using a general with a diplomat to try to bribe an army into coming over to your team if the general has enough influence. I'll try that later sometime. Okay, here we're taking a look, like I said, at Greece. I'm going to get a handle on all their cities and their forces and whatnot. Some of them are rather significant. Okay, we're going to take a look at this guy, see if he can be bribed. Keep an eye on him. You'll ask why? Because I intend to move my my mercenary army down here and attack Rome. I know it sounds nuts, but I'm going to do it anyway, just for the fun of it. And also to continue to disrupt Rome, like I said I was going to do a long time ago. Disrupt Italy. Now, here we go. Look at these cats. Ooh, frightening. And up here is my mercenary army with not an Egyptian in the bunch. I have 3 Roman generals leading it, and I'm going to take these guys down south and I'm going to attack Rome with them, come what may. And here's the opponents. Okay, and there may be some bad guys in the way here, but like I said, I'm not at war with Rome yet, with any of the Roman troops. No houses. So I'm going to use this diplomat to probe my way down here. Aha, Romans. A decent little army too. Let's see what they cost to get out of the way. Oh, this is nothing. Nothing. Although I have spent, I estimate about 150,000 gold pieces, or whatever you want to call them, in the course of just these few, 10 odd turns. Most of that's for infrastructure and bribery and purchasing enemy diplomats and things like that. Okay, back down here, you can see this town, it surrendered a while ago, so we were able to move the army forward. We have a small Numidian force that are opposing us, so we'll deal with them. And we'll go over here at the peninsula. See, I've moved some of my couple of small naval units up here, just for a probe, and keep out of the reach of the Romans. They don't have any naval units over here. So when we do go to war with them, which I intend to, like I said, I don't want their navy interfering with these guys. I can use them to attack maybe, the Britons. Anyway, back down here to Egypt, you can see we're moving some diplomats around and some assassins. I've used them quite effectively. We're keeping an eye on the Carthaginians. It seems the main Carthaginian force is in Sicily. It's the largest one that I can detect. The rest of them are kind of mediocre down here. One army came out of there earlier and I bought it off. It's just a bunch of infantry. Okay, you can see we've moved some troops down here. And we're putting out a little screen just to take a look around in case the Numidians try to surprise me. They still have 2 cities down south. Okay, here's another Carthaginian force. And I don't like enemy forces moving around, so we're going to get rid of them. Okay, that's good. Now we'll move this guy back up north in a little while. You can see there's a lot of naval activity going on here, and I have not built much of a navy yet. That's a big Senate navy. And back over here to Rome, I'm really kind of twitchy about doing this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to attack. Segestia is still red, but hopefully that through cultural build, I should be able to bring them back around to my team. Everybody loves Sparrow. Okay, it looks a little rough here, I know. I did move my capital, I forget, down into, oh, Jesus Christ, I'll remember in a moment, forget that. But I did move my capital a little closer to the city to try to increase the trade and whatnot, or distance from capital. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Sorry about that, rambling. Okay, back up to this, we're taking a look at bribery and trades up here. We want to keep an eye on these Romans up north. We just purchased another diplomat, and we're going to move him up toward Germany, or Germania. And over here, you can see there's some more Roman House of Julii guys. We need to get them out of the way. And we're going to bribe them off. Okay. We are skipping between turns here, because unless there's something significant, I don't feel I should put it on film here, or, tape it. And here we're going to continue to move our army, and we're going to move it in obliquely over here. And what I'm going to do is I intend to move to this fort, and that's where I'm going to try to attack Rome from. And we're going to probe down here with diplomats to see if there's any other armies around that I can get rid of. I'm still worried about this guy. Has he reinforced? No. Okay, good. And we could still possibly bribe them. Yep, we can, but we're not going to yet, I don't think. Nah, I better not. Kind of expensive, but they can be bought off with no problem. They're not much of a worry yet. Okay, back down here, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the enemy here. I think we'll bounce back over here. Yeah, the this Parthian army has moved down here, but I think it's only just a commander, and they're being chased by this Armenian army. Kind of bouncing back and forth across the battlefield. Sorry about that. And up here, it's still the same stuff. Some guys have moved around. Nothing really significant. Lots of diplomatic shenanigans up here. I haven't tried to influence anything up north. I'm letting the Parthians and the Armenians deal with each other. And here we're going to move our cavalry army, which we've reinforced. And this is a small screening force here. We're going to continue to keep an eye on these guys. They haven't done too much, but they are very formidable. And here we have some more cavalry we intend to reinforce our main army with. Wrong button. Okay, here we go. Okay, like I said, I intend to move these guys toward Rome. And over here, like I said, I get around these guys. We have this general with just a couple minor troops here. I don't want to hit them directly because they may flee. I'd like to get rid of this enemy general. So what I'm going to do is one of my little surround and destroy tactics here. You see each one, as you highlight your army, you can see the squares around the enemy army highlight in brown. If you occupy each and every one of those squares, then the enemy army has no place to go. It has to stand and fight. And if it's defeated, then it must be destroyed. It can't walk. It can't run away. So we're going to try to occupy every square here. Now, it looks like I don't have one of the brown squares occupied up there to the north, but I think I do. We'll see here when the battle starts. Okay, another one over there just to make sure. And we'll move these guys down here, occupy this square. I guess you'd call it a hex. Okay, looks like we're completely surrounding them, and now we'll take the main army and just auto-fight this, because it's too small for a main battle. And looks nice. And the enemy was hit real hard, but they still have some surviving troops, but there's nowhere to go. Okay, we'll go ahead and reassemble this army here in a little while and continue it to the west. And back over here toward Greece. I know I'm going to eventually have to hit the Greeks here. They still have a significant army over here, but that's over in Sicily. Nothing really over here. And this little Greek army fishing around right here, I don't want to cause any trouble. They may decide to attack me, and that'll cause a gigantic bunch of garbage, and I don't need it. So if we get rid of this little army, and it can't hit me anywhere, it can't start a war. And it doesn't cost nothing to get rid of these troops. And just you can eliminate a lot of hassles that way by buying off or bribing over enemy troops. Because sometimes they'll just arbitrarily attack you for no good reason at all. Anyway, back to Greece over here. You can see what's going on down here. Now there's a good-sized Greek army. And these guys over here, they look formidable, but the city, as I understand, has the plague. I've suffered some of that myself, too. Yeah, there's nothing we can do with these guys. We already had a trade agreement with them. We have a trade agreement with them. Sorry about that. Okay, like I said, we're going to continue to look around, keep an eye on the Greek cities here, see if they have the disposition of their troops. Okay, that large Roman army seems to have moved. Which way? Did it move down south? No, it moved north. It's not down here anywhere. Okay, over here in Sicily, you can see there's a large Carthaginian army. Another big Greek force, too. So we're going to move this assassin over here and take a look. What do we have here? Another large Roman army. So we have 3 enemy armies in Sicily. They should be able to tie each other up nicely. And back down here in Carthage, you see it's really not that significant. I believe most of their troops are up in Sicily, just as far as I can tell. So we're going to keep an eye on this area down there. And okay, back over here to Jerusalem and what have you in the Middle East. We see most of our cities are in really good shape. Our financial report looks okay, not too bad, although we have been spending money hand over fist. And here we're going to have the big battle for Rome, folks. I moved the army down here. One of my generals died, but well, that's just how it is. And look at this concentration of Romans. Okay, well, this is it. And that'll be coming in turn 12. So you guys stick around for turn 12. It's going to be something to see. Really epic stuff. There's more than just this battle here. I'm going to get hit by everybody, it looks like. And here's what it's going to look like right down here on the battlefield. Okay, thanks a lot. I'd like to put a thank you out there to Coda, to, let's see, Biscuits, thank you Biscuits, SpamQGamers, Strategic Gaming 22, Wupsit Burger 707, The Last Roman, LP Shobo 0099, and the rest of you lovely guys. You take it easy and have a good week. And like I said, stick around for turn 12. It should be something to see. I hope I don't get my head knocked off.